What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Coming off of a 3-2 day on the free picks yesterday, our man DeGrom and Yamamoto just could not get it done for us. Yamamoto got absolutely lit up in the first inning. Didn't even finish the first inning. Horrible call on my part. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't expect that to happen, but it is what it is. DeGrom went 5 innings, couldn't pull out the strikeouts for us or the pitching outs. But we did cash this slip yesterday, which I gave you guys for free, which is Barrios and Sanchez. This one cashed. Then the other one ended up being a DMP if you played it on Parlay Play. Parlay Play actually rebooted Yamamoto, which makes Parlay Play the GOATs. So we got a refund on that slip. So it's actually profitable on the free picks yesterday if you played them on Parlay Play. Just unlucky if you didn't. We did have the Red Sox and the Blue Jays money line yesterday. Cashed out for a nice little unit play, a little over a unit and a quarter, something like that. $100 to profit 130. We had Cameron and Barrios on underdog, 100 to win 350. Gomer and Bibby, 100 to win 239. Then we had Sanchez with Barrios. This was a free slip, actually. I gave this to you as well if you guys played this. So free picks were profitable for sure if you played both Sanchez slips and you played the other one on a parlay play. But regardless, 100 to 266 on that play. Prizepicks yesterday, I posted 2 slips. Both of them ended up chalking, which is unlucky on Prizepicks. So Prizepicks was the app that hurt us the most yesterday. Other than that, it was a good day. If you guys do want to get every single one of our plays, you can head on over to our WAP. There's a link down in the description. You can join for free, which I'll show you guys something really cool here in a second. And you can get in for a week for $10 or a month for $25. Totally up to you guys. If you guys do join the free access, links down in the description. You'll have this page come up. Over here on the left-handed side, you'll see free picks, which I drop a free slip. You'll see a newsletter, which is, I mean, it's just kind of explaining how some of this stuff works. And then you'll see Welcome to Fantasy Aces. If you click any of these, you will see a blue hyperlink. This link will give you 24 hours of VIP for free. It is there if you guys do want to test out our VIP. It only works once per person, obviously. But if you guys want to try it out today and get all of today's picks, you are more than welcome to do that. That being said, guys, I am going to pick a winner from yesterday's video to win a free month of VIP. If this video gets 200 likes, I'll pick another random comment down below to win a free month. So make sure you guys smash the like button, drop a comment. You got to be a subscriber to win, so make sure you guys are subscribed, and let's pick our winner from yesterday. Winner is for Vikings fan 0586. Vikings fan, send me a message. I'll get you added for a free month of VIP. They sent the thumbs up emoji, which I guess I would consider a good thumbs up, hopefully. But anyways, send a message, man, or woman, and I'll get you added for that free month. But anyways, guys, let's jump into today's play. So looking at our slate today, we've got a big slate. Is it an amazing slate? Not amazing. It's not bad, though. It's a mediocre slate. We got some games that have some rain potential, 54%, 76%. Anything on RotoWire you see in the red, you probably want to avoid those games for the most part, unless you've done your research and something tells you that, I mean, there's some news anchors and stuff you can watch that will tell you whether or not the rain is actually going to be as bad as some of it's projected. So you can pay attention to guys like that on Twitter, which I follow one of them. I can't remember his exact name, but he usually gives me some pretty good or pretty valuable insight on whether or not I can play some props on that game. But anyways, guys, let's jump into our first play of the day. So the first play of the day is going to be for the GOAT himself. We're taking our man Hunter Brown, the Houston Astros pitcher, and I'm betting on him to go at least 6 innings. So we're taking him over 17.5 pitching outs. He has cashed this line 76% of games this season. 13 of 17. If you look at him, averaging 18.3 pitching outs per game. Been dominant pitching against Cleveland. Playing at home versus Cleveland. Cleveland's a tough team. They have a good offense. Well, strike what I just said. I mean, they've been a decent hitting team, I thought. But versus right-handed pitchers, they have not been a good hitting team. Their batting average, their on-base percentage, and their OPS are bottom 3 in the league. So, yeah, you can strike out exactly what I just said. But batting average, 227. On-base percentage is 299. And their OPS is 677. So, horrendous offensive stats. Being said, Hunter Brown has been under both games versus Cleveland in the past. He has 1 game this season and 1 game last season. He went 16 outs in both of those games. So, he pitched 5.1 innings and went right at 100 pitches in both those games. This season so far, averaging 95.5 pitches. We know Hunter Brown has a long leash. We know Hunter Brown has been cashing us out a lot, man. He's cashed us out probably 10 times this season already. Definitely got to roll with him today. Think he has another good game. If you look at him on the season, he is 9-3, a 1.82 ERA, and a .9 WHIP. So dude has been dominant. Very high strikeout pitcher if you want to play his Ks. His last strikeout, his last game versus Cleveland, he had 15.19 strikeouts per 9 innings, which is a lot. If you come over here to his Ks line is 6.5. He had 9 his last game this season. He's cashed a 6.5 in 71% of games as well. So if you want to play his fantasy score, if you want to play his Ks, whatever you want to do, Hunter Brown is one of my favorite pitchers on the slate. And I think he cashes out regardless of what we play him on. So taking Hunter Brown over here on Parlay Play, and we will check value versus Prizepicks here in one momento. But so I can't play him at 17.5 anymore. That's unfortunate. See if he's still on Prizepicks. Usually Parlay Play has what Prizepicks has. So if it's 17.5 on Prizepicks, it's on there as well. But I just got made a liar, so you can't see he is still 17.5 on Prizepicks. So I wouldn't take the under on this either. I'm not going to touch Hunter Brown right now on Parlay Play. But on Prizepicks, you can still get him at 17.5. And I've already locked him in on here. I just won't be able to lock in the slip live for you guys because it's not available on Parlay Play. So it is what it is. That being said, Hunter Brown is going to be our first pick of the day at 17.5 pitching outs. Who did I pair him with? I paired Hunter Brown with our man Perez. For Miami, the Miami pitcher pitching versus the Reds tonight. I'm taking him to go over 14.5 outs. So his original line is 15.5. You can get him at 14.5 on Prizepicks. He's only cashed this line 1 of 5 games this season. Is he a great pitcher? No. Is 14.5 pitching outs low? Yes. He had 18 his last game versus Minnesota, pitching versus the Reds. Reds are a decent offensive team. They have the 10th best batting average at 254. They have the 12th best on-base percentage at 324, and they have the 11th best OPS at 735. So decent offensive stats. Perez is 1-2 on the season, 4.50 ERA and a 1.18 WHIP. Not a good pitcher. Doesn't have a super long leash. Gets around mid-80s to 90 pitches. So decent leash, not super long. Not going to go 100 pitches like Hunter Brown would. But Perez, I think for 14.5 outs, he's good to go. And that's who I ended up pairing him with. So I'll show you here. Right here, you can lock this in on Prizepicks for a double up. And I will show you the slip that I locked in just so you guys can tell it if you guys decide you want to. But right here, we got Perez, and Hunter Brown, both pitching outs. 100 to win, 225. So you can see the line, the value has changed. Now, do I think this line stays up? Probably not. One of these two will probably get pulled. You won't be able to play them at this line. So if you plan on playing it, I recommend doing it now as soon as you see this slip. But we got it locked in. The Discord's already got it. Another benefit of being in the Discord, $100 to win, 225 is locked in already, and hopefully it can cash us out. Is Perez available on Parlay Play? Cannot. Parlay Play is on some BS today, so it's one of those days for Parlay Play I can see. But anyways, they did refund me yesterday on the Yamamoto play, so I can't be too mad at them. But Perez, pick number 2. I will come over here. We'll click Perez to see how he does versus this offense. That is not the right pitcher. There we go. And you can see not a lot of data. 3 hits, 3 at-bats, 1 hit, 2-0, 4-1, 4-1, 1-0. Not really a lot to go off of. Nobody's really lit him up. So, I mean, he's not a good pitcher. He could get lit up today. I don't think he's going to go 6 innings or anything like that. But I'll bet I'm going to go 14.5 every single time because the odds there versus mid offense, I'm not going to say they're a really good offense. The Reds are pretty good. They're not bad by any means. But it's not like the Yankees or something like that. And I know the Yankees haven't been as hot lately, but they're still a very good offensive team. But I think Perez gets us tonight, and I locked him in already. And you guys have already seen that play. Jumping into our second, it's the start of our second slip, pick number 3. We're going to jump over to a strikeout prop. We're going to be taking our man. This is one of my favorite props on the board. Chris Bassett, the Toronto Blue Jays pitcher, to give us 4.5 strikeouts versus the White Sox. Now, his original line is plus money at over 5.5. You can get him at 4.5 right now on Parlay Play for a 1.5x. This was a 1.6x a few minutes ago, so it has actually, the value has come down quite a bit. I was looking at Clay Holmes for a second. I was like, why is that 1.7? But anyways, Chris Bassett this season, he has cashed this line 13 of 18 games with a 72% hit rate, averaging almost 6 strikeouts per game. Head-to-head versus the White Sox, he's cashed 2 of his last 3. He has 1 game this season. He went 7 Ks. The last game he played last season, he went 7 Ks. And then the game before that, he had 4. So looking at our man, Chris Bassitt on the season, he is 8-4. He has a 4.32 ERA and a 1.39 WHIP versus the White Sox. He has a 1.58 ERA and a 0.67 WHIP. White Sox have not been good batters off of our man Chris Bassitt. If you look at Chris Bassitt's pitch count, he's averaging around 93 pitches per game. Just had 113 pitches his last game versus the Yankees, where he cashed pitching outs for us. So we actually cashed out on that one. He's been good to me this season. He's not an amazing pitcher by any means, but he's not horrible either. If you look at the White Sox, one of the worst teams in the league in terms of striking out. They strike out 22.5% of times, which is a bottom 10. So depending on how you want to look at this, it's 22.5 it's either a bottom 10 or a top 10. You can say it any way you want. I'm just going to say he's a bottom 10. They're a bottom 10 offense in terms of striking out. That being said, like this play a lot, man. His ceiling's really high. He got 10 Ks versus Atlanta. His floor has been right at 2 Ks versus Tampa Bay. So he can have games where he doesn't strike out that many batters. He is averaging 9.18 strikeouts per 9 innings and then 10.5 versus the White Sox. So well over a strikeout per inning pitcher. I like the matchup versus the White Sox. I don't think we're going to have too much trouble here. Now, the thing that you have to look at this one is going to be rain percentage. 50% rain. This is one of those games where I said, yeah, it's red on here. Sometimes you want to avoid those. That being said, I'm not super worried about it. 50%. We'll pay attention as the game gets closer. If you don't want to take this because of that, I don't blame you. I'm not saying it's not going to rain. I'm not going to say it's 100% going to rain. But that being said, I do like Chris Bassitt to give us 5 Ks. I'm only going to play this in one slip due to rain percentage. If there was no rain, I like this prop enough to where I would play it in probably 2 slips or more. 2 probably was what I would end up putting him in, because I do think he gives us 5. But on that being said, who am I going to pair him with? Pairing him with our man Keller. So we're taking Mitch Keller, the Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher. That's hard to say. Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher, 3 Ps. Anyways, taking him under 6.5 hits allowed. Now, this prop is a 1.67x value on Prizepicks, or on Parlay Play, I mean. Not many apps will let you play under like this. Well, I guess it's not technically an original line. Prizepicks probably doesn't have it. If you play these together, you got a 2.5x. 250 is going to win you 625. This is what I'm going to play. Let's check it on Prizepicks first. Strikeouts, we're just going to type in Bassitt. 4.5. Then we'll type in Keller. See if we can take the under 6.5 hits allowed. We can. Less. So this play is going to be a 2.5x versus a 2.5x. So they're literally the exact same value. So I thought it was better on Parlay Play. It's not. And I think the reason for this is I think Chris Bassitt's higher on Parlay Play, but Mitch Keller is lower. So it just ends up averaging out. So I'm taking a chance on Keller. Keller is pitching against the Royals. If you look at the Royals don't have a very good offense. Batting average is 244. We can't hit outs right here. If we hit outs, you can see their offense. They're a bottom 10 offense in every category. 244 batting average, 300 on base percentage, and 672 OPS. We'll come back over here to hits allowed. We're going to go under. Keller's been under this in 67% of games this season. The reason I'm playing this, 7 hits allowed is just a high number. Most pitchers are like 5.5, 4.5 most of the time. 6.5 is a high line. He's going against an offense that's not that good. Head to head, he only had 4 hits allowed versus Kansas City last season. He only had 1 game. Looking at Mitch Keller, 3-10, 364 ERA, 119 WHIP. He's not an amazing pitcher by any means. He's not horrible. You can see 364 ERA is not good, obviously. But Keller, 67% hit rate on the under. I don't think he gives up 7. I could see him giving up 6. And then after that, probably getting pulled if he makes it that far, unless he just gets completely destroyed. I'm taking a chance on it. I'm going to lock in 250 on this slip. And if you guys do want to tell, it is there. So let's take a look at this prop one more time. Bassitt, Keller is locked in, 250 to win 625, and then we have Perez and Brown both over pitching outs on Prizepicks, 100 to win 225. If we're looking at money lines, I am going to give you guys money lines again, and I'm running it back with the same plays that I ran yesterday. I'm going to take the Red Sox money line, and I'm going to pair it with the Blue Jays money line. Both of these are pretty heavy favorites. Toronto is a minus 188 favorite, and then the Red Sox are minus 246. If you parlay these together, it will be a plus money parlay or right at even odds, somewhere around there. Haven't locked it in yet, so I don't know the exact number on that. But to be honest, I do like these plays a lot, and I will be locking them in. If you guys do want to tell, though, so I'll put those as extra props on the board. So technically it'll be 6 plays. We're going to put Red Sox. I'm just going to put Boston money line, and then we're going to put Toronto money line, and that'll be there for the free picks. So that's what we got for today, guys. Hopefully we can sweep the board. Hopefully we can have a good day once again. If you guys do like the plays, tell them. If you don't, just fade them. But join our Discord. Links down in the description. It is free to join. If you want to join our WAP and get all of our plays, you guys know where to go. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I hope you cash all of your slips.